Up and Adam.
Tractor systems are offline.
We are Beyond FM.
Beyond FM.
The future of broadcasting is here.
Up and Adam with Adam Montiel. It's community content from Concentrate. It's Up and Adam with Adam Montiel.
Some say life is where it begins. Straight to the stars is where it ends. Yes, some say life is just where it begins. Straight to the stars is where it ends. Only to start again.
Here we go. Thanks for being Up and Adam. My name is Adam Montiel. Now, Reno, Paso. Maybe famous for wine, sure, but this August, coming up in a weekend, August 7th through 9th, the spotlight shifts to the stills. Distillery Trail Weekend, bringing together 12 boutique distilleries for 3 days of tastings, tours, demos, food, and a deeper look at the craftsmanship happening right here in our own backyard. No tickets are required, and with the map and the route and a little curiosity, you could sip your way through the trail safely and responsibly, of course. Collect stamps. They even got a limited edition Paso Distiller shot glass with this like leather holder. It's really cool. Later in the show, we're going to be joined by Steve Glossner, who's an absolute legend. He's of Pendray's Distillery, of course, also Paso Port, and also Ron Panno, great guy from Willow Creek Distillery. They're on the grounds, Opolo. That's where you'll find them. And we're talking coffee, liqueur, floats, single malt whiskey, which I don't quite get. The VIP perks of what the Distillery Trail has, this copper card that they got. Also the collaborative spirit that, has made wine country so special here, but it's the same thing that is making this collaborative spirit of those that make spirits so very special on the Paso Distillery Trail. All that and more coming up when we chat the Paso Robles Distillery Trail in just a few minutes here on Up and Adam. Till then, I want to show some love to my friends at Benny's Pizza. These guys support local broadcasting. They support the show. And, there are pizza spots. And then there are places where, like, you walk in and a story is unfolding. And that's the way you feel. It feels like Cheers when you walk into Benny's Pizza. They got that Detroit-style, thick, pan-fried crust, crispy sauce on top, on bottom. Like, does it really matter? Sauce is so good. I normally go sauce on bottom, and then I did one of their frozen ones. The sauce was on top. I realized I don't care. I love the sauce, period. Do their happy hour Monday through Friday, 4:30 to 6:30. 3.5 domestic cans, $2 off premium beer and wine. Benny's Pizza. Check them out in San Luis Obispo, Upper Monterey, 1601 Monterey Street, San Luis Obispo.
It's Up and Adam with Adam Montiel.
Paso now is always known how to turn craft into community. And coming up August 7th through 9th, guests are invited to explore 12 boutique distilleries that make up the Paso Robles Distillery Trail, taste their way across and meet the people behind the bottles. Here to give a closer look on what's happening this year and coming up on that very special weekend, August 7th through 9th. From Pendray's, we got Steve Glossner. And from Willow Creek Distillery, we got Ron Panno. Super excited to have you both. Thanks for being Up and Adam, guys. Welcome to the new SloCal Studios.
Yeah, thank you for having us. This place is beautiful.
Yeah, it's so nice to have you both here talking from the Paso Robles Distillery Trail, Willow Creek Distillery, my friends at Opolo. And Ron, it's great to see you, man. I don't think I've ever been on the air with you.
No, this is my first time here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no, I'm super stoked that you're here. And Steve Glossner, I'm just glad that you keep coming back, my man.
Thank you.
I think we've been on the air together probably like dozens of times.
Yeah.
And you're one of these guys that I always love talking to because I always learn something. There's so much history. If people were to listen, especially, industry people, were to like be able to digest your resume and the contribution that you've given to this area, it's just immeasurable. So I'm stoked that you always give me the time. And how's it been? How you been, dude?
Good. I'm a dinosaur in this area.
Yeah. What does it feel like when, because you were around in like 08, you're around when the
90s.
Yeah, right. But I'm saying like when the times go hard.
Yes.
You think of like 08, 09.
Yep.
What do you see right now? How has it been right now when you're putting your finger with all that experience we talk about on the pulse of what's going on? How does Steve Glossner and Lola Glossner feel about things?
Well, to be honest, I think the circumstances behind this are a little bit different when you compare it to like 08, 09, where it was pretty much strictly an economic factor. Because, these beverages are, largely discretionary purchases.
Good point.
And so, when that kind of thing happens, that the economy always goes in cycles. So, you're going to pull out of it. It's just a matter of how long it's going to take to do that. This one's a little bit different because there's behavioral changes and perceptions about alcohol that are shifting. And those aren't things that I think change rapidly overnight. So
those aren't seasonal changes. It's more like cultural changes.
This is a cultural shift.
Yeah. And what do you think that slices? Is it like, because you have aspects working against you guys like the WHO putting huge money into messaging that says like alcohol is bad for you.
Yeah.
In all contexts.
Even the American Heart Association has come out with statements about the relationship of alcohol and hypertension that are very black and white. And, those statements. And I know that the way the industry works, typically there is some political collaboration between distilleries and wineries and breweries. Sure. But the whole boom that started from the French paradox, I don't think I've heard anyone discuss that in decades at this point, and it's like, well, the information's still out there. England just did a study, a long range study with a lot of people about negative and beneficial health ramifications regarding alcohol. And even though, so it was much more, the findings were much more neutral with beer and spirit from a health standpoint. And this is all within the moderation, box. Wine was the only one that saw positive benefits and lower instances of certain diseases. That messaging just is not happening at all anymore. So what's happening is there's sort of this, at least over the last decade, there's sort of this negative messaging that's happening and no positive messaging to counteract that. And I think that this cultural shift is happening, part of it because of that.
And meanwhile, you have cannabis. Meanwhile, you have a new generation who, everyone talks about Gen Z, but let's be honest. I wasn't drinking good wines in my 20s. I was drinking them maybe in my 30s. Mm-hmm. I was trying to seek them in my 30s and things like that. So, but yeah, RTDs and just everything, we're drinking wine and cocktails out of cans now, and everything is changing so rapidly. So I'm totally with you that we need more of this positive messaging and you got me. I'm here. I'm not leaving your side. I love what you guys are doing. Also, we'll talk later about this whole idea of these distillers. We talked about it with like Alex and stuff. Distillers are running into some stuff too, but we want to talk about the Distillery Trail Weekend because we are leading the way in not just the state of California, but I would even say the country in just having producers, collectivizing, creating this trail. There's nothing else like it. We were the first ones to do it. And, I think so awesome that we have this wine country here to base this foundation on, because we've learned so much from the wine community and the spirit community that, as you're part of both of them, can learn from that. So when it comes to like a weekend like October 7th, August 7th through August 9th, what are some things that you're going to be doing at Pendray's, and how are we really trying to make this weekend special for folks?
Yeah, well, we'll be around that whole weekend, particularly to show the still, the operation of it, and answer questions. And then from a food standpoint, along with that, is we're doing some liqueur floats where you got your choice of plum, liqueur, orange liqueur, and a Amaro liqueur, and a coffee liqueur that you can do with ice cream.
Sounds so good. This coffee liqueur, this is brand new.
That's so we released that around Thanksgiving of last year.
Okay.
And it's our number one spirit seller out of the tasting room.
When you pull something off the bench and a new creation and it becomes your number one SKU, are you just like, oh my God, we got to scale that, or we got to do a derivative of that? How does your creative business mind go?
Well, it almost never happened, to be honest with you. I was this close to giving up on it because I couldn't. Yeah, sure. I couldn't come up with a recipe that I thought was adequate for what we were shooting for. So I actually walked away from this project for 2 or 3 months before coming back to it. And because there's so many variables involved with it, it's not necessarily a straightforward recipe. Because you have the type of beans, you have your grind, you have what's the material that you're using to soak with it. And so there's a lot there. I tried iterations of all kinds of stuff and just was not satisfied with what I was getting from the coffee extract standpoint.
What were you getting? What do you need to get? I'm so curious. Like when you make something like this, back in the day, you making wine, they go, oh, well, the chocolate, the notes, how do you get the chocolate in the wine? It's like, no. But with this stuff, your limoncello, or say, there's right there on the table, Alex's cucumber vodka. Well, there's cucumbers in there.
Yeah.
There's coffee in there. So how do we do it? And what were you getting where you needed to get it just so?
Well, the base brew is it needs to be concentrated because you're going to be adding sugar to it. You're going to be adding alcohol to it. So you need to kind of come up with a concentrated extract that you can work with. And so that kind of all comes down to what's your ratio of coffee that you're using to every gallon of liqueur that you're making, and dialing that in, and you have soak time, what's your grind. You want the coffee flavor to really pop, but you don't want the bitterness that's naturally there.
By the way, Steve, this is really good.
So thank you.
Yeah. And when you make one of these too, so like obviously when you taste this, what do you think?
Well, I want it to taste like coffee first and foremost, and he's done that really well.
Yeah.
I like that balance. You got to have, I drink black coffee, so I like a bitter coffee. You want to have that rich roastiness. You don't want it to taste acidic. You want there to be sweetness. All of these things have to be in the proper balance. And he's done that here.
Yeah, this is fantastic.
Yeah. And we finished it with a little vanilla bean and cacao nibs. So there's elements of that's there without it being an overpowering presence.
Oh, this is great. This is for sure for the float.
Yeah.
This is a perfect float.
Yes, we know that.
Yeah.
We're going to go through a lot of coffee liqueur over this Distillery Weekend.
A lot of research and development.
Oh, my God, of course. I love this. What are we doing at Willow Creek Distillery on the Opolo grounds for the big weekend?
For Distillery Trail Weekend, we're open 7 days a week from 10 to 5. The weekend, we're going to have a couple barrels of single malt whiskey out. It's the same lot of spirit, just aged slightly differently. One's in a French oak barrel. The other's in a second use American oak barrel. And so you'll be able to see how the qualities of these oaks affect the spirit differently. It's kind of an interesting way to study how the barrel changes the spirit. We'll also have a prize wheel for anyone who makes an eligible purchase. So they'll have a chance to win some goodies from us or score a discount. And we're also going to have some cool food items available.
I love it. The food there is fantastic.
I love it. I love it too much.
So yeah, I mean, even like your sausages, because you guys have all these like home recipes. And if you've ever been to a harvest party at Opolo, I mean, I talk about it all the time. It's like my pilgrimage every year. Like you got to make your way to the top of that hill for that harvest party.
Yeah,
it is so much fun. But there's these recipes that you've been doing forever, whether it's the stuff wrapped in cabbage or the lamb or these sausages that you do at the tasting room like every day now.
The chavapi, yeah. The Balkan sausage made of beef, pork, and lamb.
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
Those are that's our standout.
Yeah, for
in my
sure.
opinion.
So You guys must be so proud of this. Look, first of all, the bottle is too small. Can we agree with that? That's my review. Yeah. Bottle's too small. It's almost a third gone. Yeah. And I'll probably finish this tonight.
I really like your packaging.
Yeah. No, the bottle is cool. We just got to figure out how to make them bigger. That's so good. It's beautiful.
Yeah, this is really one of those Rick Moranis shrink rays.
I know, right? Yeah. Honey, I Shrunk the Booze. So, the coffee liqueur, this is the new hot one. The Amaro, beautiful. I think the last time we chatted, I was super into the Amaro. This hadn't been born yet.
Right.
But I mean, this just over a little ice cream or by itself. And a lot of people are doing Amaros now. This one, insane.
We have definitely seen a resurgence with people's interest in Amaro.
Well, it's got to be cool.
And we've it's second most popular seller of our spirit line. There's a lot of people that, the whole combination of working with Amaro with whiskey and whatnot is kind of becoming popularized, and we get a lot of people that buy it to mix, and we get a number of people who buy it just to have it neat as well.
I know. I never even thought of doing Amaro neat till I had yours. It's so good.
That's how I have it all the time.
Yeah. What is your go-to when you are either just need a little nip, a little sip of something? What are we going towards? Yeah.
I typically have the Amaro, but I have more recently been leaning into the coffee a little bit. The alcohol's a little lighter on the coffee, so if I just want a little bit of something before bedtime, I'll do coffee.
Yeah, Christmas morning, right?
Oh my gosh! Again, this everyone's making the espresso martinis.
Yeah,
right?
espresso martinis.
Now the best one, the one that everyone tries to be after. I mean, because there's an espresso martini, and there's a flatliner, and the flatliner from Giuseppe's is, I feel, what everyone tries to do and can't. I don't know. I mean, the ingredients are there. I just think that the way they do it is super interesting.
Yeah.
But this in a flatliner or an espresso martini, this is gold right here. Have you ever done that yet? Espresso martini?
No, I have not. I just never got into the whole mixed drink thing.
Really?
Yeah, I just never did.
So you're always neat.
So yeah, I'm always neat. I mean, it's not, I keep all of the liqueurs and spirits at the same temperature that I keep the wine. Yeah. So it's just it's cool. Cellar it's not cold. Cellar temperature. And that moderates the heat a little bit on some of it. But I just have never explored the world of mixed drinks that much.
You're such a man of so many tastes and palates and creation. Have you explored it and just don't like it? Or you've literally never explored it? You've never been poured a Manhattan?
I've had an Aperol Spritz quite a bit, but that's about it.
Okay, yeah. And that's fun.
And only when I'm in Italy.
Yeah. Those are fun.
Oh, that's my eyes in Hawaii.
Yeah, right. The Hugo Spritz is kind of taken over now, which is fun. It's the same thing, but instead of Aperol, it's with Saint Germain.
Yeah. Okay.
Fun one.
Yeah.
But I imagine I almost just want to take you on a little date and take you, get you a Manhattan from one of my favorite spots, and then we're going to go over here and get a flatliner at Giuseppe's, and then we're going to go over here, and then Lola will come pick us up or something.
Right.
But so you've really never got into what cocktail would you make him for the first time to get the one and only Steve Glossner into cocktails?
Oh, that's tough.
I know.
I would just make my favorite cocktail, and that's a Boulevardier, which is basically a Negroni, which is gin, Campari, sweet vermouth, orange, but with bourbon instead of gin. Mm-hmm. And I just think that's a beautiful cocktail. It's sweet, it's bitter, it's complex.
Some of these classic cocktails, I have to imagine someone of your palate would dig.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I don't think he's convinced.
I just have never gone there.
Yeah.
I think if you like Amaro, you might find some qualities to enjoy there.
Yeah. No, I definitely, part of the reason why I like the Amaro so much is there's a lot going on with it. It's never boring, because you have so many different elements that you're tying in. And to me, the bitterness is kind of what cleanses the palate, like tannin and acid in wine.
Yeah.
and refreshes you for the next sip that you're going to have. And that's probably what I appreciate about it the most.
What do you like about this Distillery Trail, Ron? Because it's super exciting. I mean, obviously, Steve and Lola have been doing this forever with the wine and with Paso Port. But to see, we got about a dozen or so distillers involved, a collective, really trying to give one message, even though there's a lot of different stories to tell. What's fun about being part of this, part of this trail, and then even part of a weekend like this?
Well, I really love this collaborative spirit we share. We're all pushing in the same direction, and that's to do more and better and greater, and to bring more people here and get people excited about it. And we all have different visions of how we want to produce our products, but the end goal is we're trying to do the best we can together, and really just drive an engaging experience. And that's the fun part of Distillery Trail Weekend. We have the copper cards that people can come and purchase and visit all the tasting rooms, and that is just a great way for us to show the people who love what we do the best that we can offer. Yeah,
and also really kind of get people who want to get their feet wet a little bit more, even an even deeper dive into things. That copper card, I'm glad you brought it up, because it's a great way to get to all these distilleries. And you look, I think it costs, $1.25, and you're going to get out there, and that would be worth well over double that. So, I mean, like, the value is intrinsically there.
Yeah.
I want to ask you both about how we can taste the spirits from both your places. And now that I've got this dialed in, how do we taste at Willow Creek Distillery? Do we need an appointment, Ron? How does it go?
No, you don't have to have an appointment. We do welcome appointments, absolutely, but you can visit us 7 days a week from 10 to 5. Walk-ins are welcome. We do tastings inside the distillery. We also offer spirits on the patio. We're going to roll out a sampler flight soon, as well as cocktails that you can take out and enjoy with your meal on the patio.
Oh, there you go. So, like, the winery will sell a glass of Rhapsody or whatever. You can do your own cocktail and go eat.
Yeah. If someone wants to come in, grab a cocktail, we'll hook them up and we'll get them ready to go.
Very good. Well, be careful. They're going to ask for free cocktails now. He said we're going to get hooked up. Well, I can't wait to see you again, if not before that, in October for the big harvest party.
Yeah, it's a big blast.
At Opolo. I mean, it's like 500, 600, 700 people each night. It's nuts. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Right on that big hill.
It's our Super Bowl.
Yeah, for sure. It is so much fun. I think I've been at that party maybe 15, 16 years in a row. Like, I'll never miss it. I'm getting married the day after this time.
Congratulations.
So actually, normally I go on Friday. I'm getting married on Sunday. So no, there is a day in there. But yeah. And then she's like, well, are we still doing Opolo? I mean, of course we're still doing Opolo this weekend. Are you kidding? We're going to have family in town visiting. Like, they got to see this, So, of course, we're still doing Opolo. It was also like our second date, 9 years ago. So it's a really special time. Steve, how do we taste Pendray's, the wine, all your beautiful wares? And do we need an appointment? And normally, how do we do it?
You don't. We do recommend, especially for larger parties, to be able to accommodate you, that call in advance and let us know that you're coming. You can go online and you can make a tasting appointment there as well. But we are open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we'll be open the entire time that the Distillery Trail Festivals is taking place. And I think one of the unique things with our tasting area is that we have flights of table wine, we have flights of port, and we have flights of spirits. And if you ask, you can do some mix and match with those flights.
I love it.
So there's a lot of variety of things to be trying.
Always ask what's under the table, what's under the counter. You'd be surprised. Good stuff. So anything coming on the horizon, Ron, that you guys are working on that maybe next year you might have out, or anything to kind of whet our appetite with? Or
Yeah, I'm looking forward to releasing a rye whiskey soon.
Cool.
And we've got a club member exclusive brandy aged in charred French oak that I think is going to be the gateway for whiskey drinkers to start enjoying brandy.
Now, mainly you're doing grape-based things, right, Steve?
Yes.
Okay, so if there was something outside of that realm, even heavily outside of any realm, to create, what would you do? What would you try?
Outside of grapes,
sake. Would you try sake? I don't know. Would you do? Would you want a whiskey?
Here's the interesting thing with sake is that we actually there was a guy that we got to know who was a sake salesperson. And I had no idea the intricacies of the different sakes that are out there and how they're produced and the myriad of nuances that are there with it. It's really, really an interesting
Did it intrigue
beverage.
you a little bit?
Yeah, it did.
Really?
Absolutely. Because I just, my association was it's cold or warm. And, that was pretty much it. But there's a lot. It's a very, very complex beverage and all kinds of different methodology for making it and the type of rice, and it's just it's really interesting.
You might be the first sake producer here, and that would blow everything up. You would have Japan shaking in their boots. This could be insane. I think we should try a sake for you. Might you? Would you? Could you? Are you all ready?
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Well, I think that would be kind of cool. So we'll see. I'll ask you about it again, keep you accountable.
Yeah.
I think it could be something pretty exceptional.
I'll be there to taste it first.
Yes, right? We'll be your quality control. This Pendray's coffee, so good. This is so good. I still got a little more to finish. The Amaro, beautiful. The bourbon. I'm going to taste your bourbon. Yeah, let's taste that bourbon. But there's no
let's
cups.
pop that open.
I'm going to be doing it. You guys do it out of the cups. I'm going to be doing it out of the bottle. Hope that's not too disrespectful.
No.
But
as long as you enjoy it.
This bourbon looks really good. I know. And I feel like I've had this before. This is like a 90 proof bourbon, isn't it?
Yes, 90 proof. That's 45% ABV. It's distilled from corn, barley, and rye. And we rest this in charred American oak for 2 years. Steve?
Thank you.
There you go. Pour a little for Lola, too. You guys are sharing a cup here. I got to get a bigger budget for cups, apparently. All right. So this is the bourbon. You guys are going to be starting with a rye soon.
Yeah.
But this is what you got going. Now, this is what I'm going to make a Manhattan with later.
I hope so.
90 proof. That's pretty, that's a little bit, what is it normally, 80?
80 is kind of the standard bottle proof, if you go to the grocery store. But I think with craft spirits, seeing something a little elevated is not out of the norm.
It allows you to mix with it a little bit better, too. This is beautiful. Good stuff.
Thank you.
Thank you. Willow Creek Distillery. We'll put all the links.
Well, here you got your perfect Manhattan with
oh
these
my
two
gosh,
together.
look at that, right? I love it.
That Amaro is great.
Old-fashioned. Oh, yeah.
We
I
have
love
our
it.
Amaro, and the beauty of Amaro is it's so complex. There's such a different range of styles.
Yeah.
You can have your bitter orange varieties. You can have your botanical herbaceous varieties. There's so much to play with, so much nuance and character and complexity and interaction of flavors. It's great.
Yeah. And you start making things like the Amaros and these Nochinos, like people who know their spirits, they know that maybe they're in the industry, like they really see the ones that we're doing up here and they're really into them. Like you guys are doing it at such a high level. It's so exciting. So congrats to all the Distillery Trail members. And I hope you guys just have an awesome weekend.
Thanks, Adam.
August
Thank you,
7th through the 9th. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you for taking the time to come in here and share lifting our spirits. I love this. This is a lot of fun. Thanks, guys, for coming and being up and Adam.
Thank you, Adam.
We'll see you at Distillery Trail Weekend.
Yeah.
Some say life's where it begins. Straight to the stars is where it ends. Only to start again.
Steve and Lola of Pendray's. Love you guys. Happy 20 years. Also, thanks to Ron for hanging out, Willow Creek Distillery. He and I got to hang out a little bit, for 20 or so minutes and just chat before we went on the air. Really cool dude. Really enjoyed meeting him. Distillery Trail Weekend again, August 7th through 9th. 12 boutique distilleries. Just, and with all the stuff they're doing, the special experiences, the tastings, the foods, the demos, and the 2026 Copper Card. Can't forget that. What a fantastic gift idea. Check out Paso Robles DistilleryTrail.com for all the links and all the info you need. And of course, those links in the show notes. I want you to hit up Mountain Air. They got a cool sale going on. I love their socials too. They're really clever with the social media. I encourage you to follow them. And it's completely free at the Mountain Air. They do such great work. They've been helping locals get outside for over 50 years, since 1975. And they do it with such heart. You walk in there, you are seen, you are felt, and you're treated like a person, not like a number. And you don't just get lost in some big Costco looking airplane hangar type place like you do when you walk into these big box stores. They're keeping it local. Josh and Lindsay Herring, excellent neighbors, business people, couple, mom and dad, bunco players. They do it all well. They're great people. Check them out. TheMountaineer.com is the website. Also, their sister shop, The Switchback. TheSwitchback.com. 2 doors down. Buy and sell used gear. Let them know you heard them on Up and Adam. Really helps. Let them know that their contribution to new media and to local media is not going unnoticed. The Mountaineer, San Luis Obispo. All right, we do got a brand new episode of Where Wine Takes You, my podcast with Paso Wine, talking to winemaker of the year, Janelle Ducey, also Tavo Martinez. He is wine grape grower of the year for 2026. Both their stories. I mean, her 100 years of like farming, and I mean, she's not that old, but you know what I mean. And then Tavo, like, immigrated here from Oaxaca at like 16, worked his ass off, and now his story is just such an awesome American dream story. I loved meeting him. So check it out. Both folks, you can tell you win awards like this, and yeah, you win it for like this year. Like they'll always be the 2026 winners, right? But you win an award like that for years and years and years that go unnoticed. So it is so cool to see the hard work that both these folks have just devoted their lives to, and to see the people, their colleagues, whoever votes go, yeah, we see you. We see you. That's so cool. I love it. Yeah, brand new episode of Where Wine Takes You. Learn more at PasoWine.com. Got also a brand new episode. If you love this distillery stuff, I got 2 more distillers for an episode of The Pour that's dropping. Don't miss that. August 7th through 9th. That is the big Paso Robles Distillery Trail Weekend. All right, thanks to Moonshiner Collective. Original music on this show called Start Again. Stream them wherever you get your music. Also, moonshinercollective.com. This show, you know, baby. We are recorded at my SlowCal studios in the heart of San Luis Obispo County, California. SlowCal. Where the wine is world class, the people are real, and life is too beautiful to rush. For turns well taken, visit slowcal.com. That's SLOCAL.com. Till tomorrow, I'm Adam Montiel. Thanks for being here. Thanks for connecting. Appreciate you a lot for being Up and Adam.
Some say life is where it begins. Straight to the stars is where it ends. Only to start again. Let's start again. We'll start again.